Hey guys, welcome back to the English Gentleman Gamer with me, Roscoe. Apologies for bringing you two bad company, two commentaries on the bounce. The reason I did this one was because A, the game is awesome in general, and B, even though I've had my capture device for about a year now, I've never actually managed to record Arica Harbour, or Arica Harbour, however you want to pronounce that word, which is my favourite map of all time on any game, anywhere, on any system. Yes, I prefer this to anything on Call of Duty 4, I prefer it to anything on Killzone 2 or 3, and I prefer it to anything on Battlefield 3 as well. So this is my favourite map ever. And I don't do too bad actually. I don't start off particularly well. The first two MCOMs, truth be told, I don't really get too involved. I kind of make a bit of a hash of shooting this guy. It's got to be said, this XM8 LMG isn't the best at long range. Obviously, being an LMG, if you keep your finger on the trigger, it bounces all over the place. Well, comparatively speaking, compared to anything in Battlefield 3, it handles like a dream. But so you've got to be a bit careful with the long range stuff. Although, the thing that makes me laugh about this game and Battlefield 3 is if you're using an assault rifle or a pistol or a submachine gun or an LMG, anything but a sniper rifle, you don't get bullet drop, which I always find quite amusing. I'm guessing that there's the old Wookiee in front of me. I'm guessing that DICE just couldn't bother programming that in. But as you'll see, my teammates have got A-armed already, and there's only a couple of us at this point, well, three of us in my squad. I was going up here with my fellow Wookiee here to get the sniper who shot me. He either moved or got killed though. I didn't see him die in the kill cam thing, so I think it was this tree he was hiding next to. I don't really know. He's not here now anyway. Although I'm pretty sure it's the next guy I kill was the sniper. Anyway, I digress. Yes, I like this map. I like the humongous opening. It's like, the only thing I can think of is Harvest Day, which again, this is about the most useful thing you can do from over here. It's a bit of spotting. But yeah, you've got a big gap basically from where you spawn to where the first M comes out, and the enemy, or the defenders rather, have plenty of time to dig in. If you I love defending this map as well, especially if you can actually get to spawn somewhere near the front. As an engineer, you can get a few mines down, particularly round about where this guy is that I'm trying to shoot now. Easy kills, but where that Humvee's just gone there, you get a couple of mines on that particular little track there, and you're laughing, you get kills for days on there. It's easy peasy. So I think, aside from the desert setting, I like the way that you've got this big start and then it gets quite compact later on. Rare occasion you'll see me in a tank, and I saw a tank come. I thought I'd actually have a good chance of doing this guy, even though I had low health. I didn't realise though that one of the enemy was quite cute enough to jump on a stationary anti-tank missile, which for a sniper really impressed me. I was quite impressed by that bit of work there. Normally the snipers in Battlefield 3 are crawling around the rocks and don't do anything useful. They don't even tend to spot or anything. They don't even bother. Considering they're sat on the backsides lying down, doing nothing useful, they don't even bother getting a SOFLAM out to target any air vehicles, which I always think is really poor. But anyway, I did alright on this one. I didn't actually do as well as I thought I had. I kind of watched it back earlier when because this was in the middle of about 4 other games. I had to cut it out and re-render it and stuff just to get the bit I wanted. I'm sure there's a guy there on my right messing about, and he didn't see me and I didn't see him. Unless it's him who lobs the grenade that comes down in a minute, I don't know, because I almost get killed in a sec. There we go, someone got me in the back, so I don't know if it was him who got me. Anyway, yeah, the gameplay I posted today, or yesterday, by the time I post this, on Valparaiso, I actually scored better. I never actually, because I didn't finish the round, I never actually got to see what my score was in the end. I did start counting at one point, but I ran out of time and I couldn't bother doing it again. I thought I did better on this, and I actually did. I went 9 and 10 on this in the end, but this is what I like. Obviously the tank's not looking at me. This guy, some of the opponents on the defending side weren't particularly clever. There was him who just kind of stood there and let me shoot him. There's a few occasions where people kind of aren't very situated. I was trying to get up the stairs on this, but I couldn't do it for love nor money, so I gave up in the end. Yeah, the defenders weren't very situationally aware, whatever the phrase is. They didn't bother looking around. They kind of looking where they wanted to look, and they didn't bother looking left and right, and I just kind of rolled up and smoked him basically. I should really have gone and tried reviving that guy there, but I surmised correctly that someone had shot him obviously and was going to come looking to defend or disarm the B flag, the BM-com. So I thought I'll wait till that blows up, and then there he is respawning anyway. So I decided not to push my luck here. I did think about having a go for A, but my teammates have proved quite good so far. So I thought I'd try and stay up here and, you know, spot any people up here. To be honest, spotting's about as good as you're going to get with this gun from this sort of range. I do end up doing alright in a minute. I think I do actually get to kill this guy. But as a rule, it's quite hard work. I mean, you're single firing just to get it even remotely on target. So I thought I'd stay up here and do what I could anyway to help our guys out. I think I do eventually get this guy. Yeah, got him. But I mean, you know, I did fire quite a few shots, and you have to be very careful. But no one else really seemed to be coming from that direction. It was 8 aside, so I don't know where the other 7 players were on the defending side. I think that's the same guy spawning back in there. So we've got both the MCOMs, and we're just waiting now for the next ones to be, you know, let the bases move up, as they say. I mean, that guy ran right past me then. And then even when I'm shooting him in the back, he didn't bother turning around, he just kind of stood there. I think it's the guy I shot before, he was kind of standing around. Now someone spotted me going in here, because I got shot. Unfortunately for them, I was carrying the medipack so I could heal myself. So obviously I thought I had to stick around in here for a little minute. But I just love this map. I like the urban warfare side of it, that somehow DICE have managed to, well, for my money anyway, they've managed to make a mess of it in Battlefield 3. You know, there's sections on Gulf of Oman are in different buildings. Sharky Peninsula goes in and out of buildings quite a lot. This guy here again, he's not really looking. I mean, it's hard to spot me in that window where I am, but he doesn't have any idea where I was when I was shooting him. There's plenty of maps in Battlefield 3 where you're in and out of buildings, and it just doesn't work for me. I can't put my finger on it. You know, I've been playing the game for getting on for 18 months, and I just can't put my finger on what they've done. It's a mystery to me. I don't know why this game, for me, and certainly the people I play with on PSN, I made a right mess of this. I've forgotten where the MCOM actually was. I was looking for a way into this trailer thing, shipping container, whatever you want to call it, rail carriage. And then I was like, oh yeah, you've got to shoot the back off. I was a bit lucky here, because if any of the defenders had anything about them, they had a C4 to the side of it, or stuck some sort of rocket into it, and I'd have been dead. But as it was, the only guy who gets close doesn't do very well. I mean, there's a guy on my side, there's one of my squad mates right in front of me. It seems to be kind of squaring off, and then he runs off. It's like, right, okay. I mean, I wish I could help him with a medipack, but I couldn't really afford to. I didn't want to not defend the MCOM. So I kind of stay where I am. My guy sort of looks around a bit and then runs off. Not sure if he gets killed in a minute. Yeah, there's the one guy who comes to try and defend it, and then because the MCOM blows up right in front of his face, I just shoot through it and kill him. And then I also get the BMCOM here. So I've had my little, I can't remember what they call it when you get a 6 kill streak. Anyway, I don't get many of them in this game, so I was doing alright there. And I just managed to arm that. This guy makes me laugh. This is a bit dodgy. The MCOM's armed and he runs away when he gets shot in the face, which I thought was quite funny. But that's the kind of gameplay that annoys me. You know, the MCOM's armed and his first instinct is to run away and start trying to snipe people. This guy was pretty handy on our side, and I was quite lucky that there's a few occasions where I managed to be right behind people when they'd got shot, and I was in cover and they weren't. I don't know. I was kind of lucky, really. Well, at the moment, I'm doing quite well. I've only died a couple of times. Excuse me. And we've got both the MCOMs, and there wasn't just my squad that were aggressive. I think like one of my squad mates shoots this guy with a sniper rifle. Even though I keep trying to shoot this guy. Yeah, I mean, I'm not hiding particularly well, and he didn't even see me at all. That rustic Dixon guy, he was the sniper a minute ago. He wasn't very situationally aware, as they say. They have no idea that there's a marker on your hood, if you will, that tells you where the fire's coming from. None of them seem to know that, because I was shooting at them and they were like headless chickens all of a sudden. But anyway, so we're coming down to the penultimate MCOMs here. I always think this is the hardest one myself on this map. You know, a decent defending side can really hold you up on this one. The last two I think are quite impossible almost to defend. And it's not the penultimate one. Is it the penultimate one? I think it is actually. That's how long ago it is since I actually played this map. There we are, there's me top of the tree. There we are, another occasion where he's not particularly well covered and he gets shot and I'm properly in cover and I might survive him. Although I do think I fucked this bit up, I'm not sure. I can't remember exactly every minute of every game, unfortunately. So you'll be seeing more Bad Company 2 gameplays from me, simply because Battlefield 3 is getting on my nerves. There's too much. There's things about it that just wind me up. I mean, I won't belabour the point, but there's just a lot of things about that game that wind me up. And there's this game doesn't wind me up. So, like I said, on video I posted yesterday or today, whenever, I enjoy this game more. So I don't have a lot of time to play games, and I'm not going to be one of these YouTube people who plays games to get views. I'm only going to play the games I want to play. It's for fun. I don't make any money out of doing this. I can only put adverts on the retro videos, and I don't get enough views on them to even come close. I think I've earned 3p since I started doing this. That's what my AdSense thing says. So I'm not destined to make any money until about another 200 years or something. Bit of a fuck up there. I should really. Oh, I'm quite lucky there then. Was it this time when I get shot in the face trying to help someone? Other game wise, like I mentioned, Defiance is quite likely. What I was doing running around. This is before the video I recorded that went up on yesterday or today, whenever. So again, I was struggling with the Medipack stroke defibrillator situation, and that's why I kept. And you'll see this is where it goes a bit Pete Tong for me. I died quite a few times here, not really doing anything useful, and the reason is I was struggling with the Medipack thing. I kept getting it confused. This is my normal approach to this last set of MCOMs. Although we haven't actually got the BMCOM yet, but this is the way I normally do attack these. I think it's just a bit easier to hide. I thought there was a door there, that's why I got stuck on the corner like a dick. Other games, I'm going to try and get the Retro Corner quest for the worst game ever. I've got a properly shite game lined up. I do have a NES emulator on my phone, believe it or not, and I have access to a few ROMs that I found on the internet, Your Honour. The gist of which is I can play pretty much any NES game on my phone, so it allows me to try out different games without having to set the laptop up and put the joypad in and all that carry on. I can just try it and see if it's good or not. I mean, there's a couple of games I actually do. There's one called Mighty Final Fight, which is like a sort of anime version of Final Fight, little squashed figures and stuff, based, you know, because the NES had limited graphical abilities and stuff like that. Well, there we are. By this point, we've got the BMCOM. So I thought I saw that guy. I didn't realise there was a guy there who just lobbed a grenade at me, because he kind of just rolls around the other side of that container and shoots me. Again, this isn't my finest hour, this bit. The first half of this map, if you will, the first 2 sets or 3 sets of MCOMs, I did all right. The last 2, I kind of went off the boil a bit, really, and didn't actually do much useful. So it allows me to talk about the other games. I was looking at trading in Modern Warfare 3, Killzone, Homefront, and the Saboteur today. Homefront, I'm going to have one more stab, I think, at trying to get online with that. I mean, I have tried 3-4 times, and it won't connect, won't bring up any playlists of any description. Now, I've asked a question on Twitter of a few different people at GameSpot in particular, who about the only people who are decent enough to answer me. They've said that they're not aware of any problems with the servers, so we'll see about that one. The Saboteur, I've done 3 missions so far, and I'm near the end of the 4th one, and I can't make my mind up. I suppose if Dishonored didn't exist, I think it was really great. But because Dishonored does exist, and it does, you know, swerve into the supernatural side of things, and you got the blinking ability and all these runes and stuff, then it is a superior game. But there's part of me thinks, you know, I want to see what the game's got to offer. I like stealth-based games. I'm looking forward to the new Thief game when that arrives. I wish they did a Tenchu game on the PlayStation 3 or PlayStation 4. They did a couple on PS1, and I think they did one on the PS2, and they've not done one on the PS3, that I can tell, which I think is really rubbish, because I love that game. I could have sworn I got the kill on that guy. I think that's about the last useful thing I do on this one. And I was looking at trading these games in, and Amazon were going to give me, was it 65 or 45p for Killzone 3, which I thought was a bit cheeky. So I thought, well, I'll keep it. So we'll see. It's unlikely to get any more Killzone 3 gameplay, or maybe Modern Warfare 3, I don't know. The Call of Duty games tend to still be quite full, even after the next one's out, so we'll see about that. It does have its moments. I mean, Dishonored, I probably won't bring any gameplay, because no one seems to be bothered about watching the videos. But there's obviously the 70s trailer I've never done for that one. I've not done a trailer for this game either, actually, in fairness, and I've got quite a lot of footage on stored. Gran Turismo 5, a few people have mentioned they liked the Head Start series, so I will do some more of them. If anyone's got any suggestions, by the way, on what any particular car they'd like to see trying the luck on that one, then I'm all ears. But we won. I didn't do particularly great. I was the most valuable player because I got 3 MCOMs, I think. Was it 3 or 4? I think I only got 3. Yeah, I got most valuable player anyway, and that was it. So thanks guys, thanks for watching anyway, and I will get a video up probably on Friday, the retro one. But until then guys, take it easy, and I'll catch up with you later. Thanks for watching. Bye.